once you get out of your seats after I've spoken, I'd like you to partner up with the person next to you and agree with them in writing 3 things that you're going to do when you walk out the door after tonight. Would everybody agree to do that? Would everybody agree to do that? Yes. Because so often you come to these things with the best intentions and you get great ideas and you kind of get inspired, and then it dissipates when you go out the room. It like sort of evaporates. And it's really, really important that you won't change your lives or your destinies just by being in the room. It will change as a result of what you do when you walk out the door. So make us that promise. But it also underlined to me the fact that when you lose a job that you've been in for a long, long time, you tend to value yourself in terms of the salary that you have and the position that you're in the company. And what I tried to do with Trevor was to get him to distance himself from that and to think of himself not as an accountant or an engineer or a chemist or whatever it happened to be, but as a person who had things to offer. Let's talk about personal branding a little bit. Brand you. Why is there a cow there that's purple?
Stands out. Purple. Seth Godin.
Yeah, Seth Godin, the American marketing guru based in New York, wrote a book called The Purple Cow. And the story is apparently that he was driving through France with his kids. They've been on holiday there for the first time, never been to France before. His kids had never seen cows, because they're in New York. Okay? New York. Driving on the countryside and they see loads of cows and they were saying, Dad, what are those weird looking things? They're all kind of black and white, square at the back, and they got dangly bits between the legs. And he said, that's a cow, son. And after they'd been driving for an hour or so and seen zillions of cows, they didn't notice them anymore. And with his marketing brain whirring away, he started thinking, well, imagine if one of them was purple, then it would stand out. So the purple cow is about standing out from the crowd. It's about being different. And that's essentially what you have to do. You have to stand out from all of your competitors, whether you are a student looking for a university placement, whether you're self-employed and you're looking for clients, or whether you're looking for work as a job seeker. You have to stand out from the crowd. Now, the essence of personal branding is this, and the term, incidentally, is attributed to Tom Peters, the management guru, who an ex-McKinsey guy, wrote In Search of Excellence, very well-regarded management guru, now 69 years of age. And he coined this term, personal branding. And the essence of personal branding is that if I ask you what you associate with Volvo, you'd probably say, I don't know, safety. If I asked you what you'd associate with Marks and Spencer's, you'd probably say, oh, I don't know, good service, you can take stuff back, kind of, middle of the road or middle class, not very cheap but good quality. If I ask you what you associate with the brand Apple, you'd probably say, oh, probably very innovative, cool, good buttons, looks nice, nice to feel and use. But what would you say about, well, Ian, I know Ian Ross there, what would people say about Ian? In other words, what's his reputation in the marketplace, in the network? And your reputation revolves around things like your skill set. What can you do? What do you know? What interests do you have? What passions do you have? What values do you hold dear? These are your makeup, and they're what's at the heart of you. They're in your centre. They make you what you are. And very often we lose sight of what we term our best self, the things that we're really, really good at. Because sometimes we get distracted and we start doing something that probably we're not destined to do, and we have to do it, but it's not really what fires us, not a passion. So personal branding is about finding what that is and then building on it and then dominating the niche that occupies. So it's looking at what you know, what you can do, and what you think as a person. And it builds a sort of a character, an identity, you as a brand, essentially. Now, a brand, the marketing people will talk about brands in terms of a promise of value. In other words, it's what you expect to get when you buy from M&S, or you buy from Volvo, or you buy from Apple. It's a promise of value. And people who are very, very consistent in the way they go about what they do, the quality of their work, the way they interact with people, the way they are with people, their sort of modus operandi, they get a reputation which is safe, because people know what they're going to get when they deal with that person. So you need to develop that brand. And there's a couple of reasons why it's really important to do this, apart from the, the standing out, being known for it. And that is that we live in an age now where markets are very, very transparent, where the internet allows free access to information. Information's never been as freely available and cheap as it is now. So that means that things are very easy to copy. So when you produce something new and put it on the marketplace, it's out there and anybody can replicate it. But do you know what the hardest thing to replicate is? You. Because you're unique. And the relationships that you have with people that are in your network, your clients, your friends, your associates, people, your boss, your colleagues at work, those are unique because they're to you. And the essence of branding yourself is about people knowing what they're going to get when they deal with you and embracing those relationships and making them very, very strong, bomb-proof.